Regarding the intermarriage from Bnei Noach, Bnei Noach, it's not in comparison with the others that they're idol believers or Hindus or Muslims. The living in the the surrounding and the environment that the people want to be more alike one each other. And from one side, we have the tolerance and the nationality. It means that you have to be like others. You cannot be, so distinguished that as a Jew or as a Noah and so on. From the other side, we have too much, common culture that's as a nationality that's living with each other. Also, the family expectation is not the same. Second, the status of the living and status of the standard of living is not the same. Third, culturally, maybe it's not the same, and the original that we are coming from maybe not going to be the same. From one side, there are too much expectations from the women that she has to wash, she have even to gonna to make her dresses by her own. There's no any there's so many complications that not gonna let a woman get outside the house without the men. All these regulations coming from the culture, and so whenever that you living with each other and you're looking for the common sense. So from one side is acculturization, we say the same culture that we have to we have to all the culture, whatever that customs and so on. From other sides, whenever that you are the same origins, that you're coming from the same family, also the backgrounds be more the same than others that are so you be seen as a stranger in the other family. That it's not just as a family and the therapist as an educational counselor expert. It's they're coming to me and asking what happens, and whenever that you looking for origins, it's not just men and women getting married together. It's not just men and women getting married. They say, okay, we fall in love, but whenever that you put fall in love, they say, what's the background of this family? Do we know the background of this family or not? Well, what is this family coming from? Okay, they're coming from other places, yeah, from India. Even each of provinces in India, as well in every country, they have their own customs, their own, their own habits, and so on. Expectation from the men, in comparison with America, that have pre-natural agreement, that both of the men and women, both of them they're working, both of them getting married. They're gonna decide what they're gonna do. The parents, they're not gonna decide what they do, and they're gonna buy a house both together. In comparison with the Eastern culture, okay, the husband is more dominant, and the parents are more dominant, and they're gonna do the shidduch, they're gonna do matchmaking before. Whenever that you are born, even they say, I gotta take your kid, you're gonna take my one, but it's not the same free will that you're gonna get brought up, and they're gonna decide by themselves. It means that one, for the in brief, in marriage, first of all, from the depends on the free will. Second, the culture that you're living with. Third, that you have the same background in family and so on, that you can understand, they have more understanding with each other, and more I can understand the the language and that you're sharing with your experience. It's so important that emotionally how you can contact with each other and connect with each other whenever that you have the same language, the same culture, the same nationality. It's going to be more respectful towards the two families getting married. It's not just the boy and girls getting married, and we have a matchmaker making it. It means two families, and you're right now you're part of another family, and she's gonna be part of another family. How their own expectations from these two as Ben Noach, and what's the notification, and what's the expectation from the Bnei Noach in comparison with the other believers, that we have hundreds of religions in India. Depends on your compatible matches. That means characteristic. How is it? And we have right now we have as well that you can check and test your DNA and your blood test. Also, you can check your genetics. How does it work? And you can check your family background, and you can all of these. They are factors that you're going to be a successful marriage.